Let us understand what is touch and step potential. Touch and step potential has been defined in the IS 3043, which is IS for earthing system. Now, in this drawing, let us understand this person. Let us assume that it is you standing just beside a structural tower which is completely grounded. So you are confident that it is grounded, so you will not get a shock. But what happened that suddenly there is a lightning strike occurred, and since it's a high structure, so there was lightning arrestor connected properly, so entire current has flown through this, and you are an innocent guy. You stand there spreading your legs. Suddenly you felt severe shock to the point which can really kill you. Now let us understand why it will happen. Since in case of lightning strike, the current pass through this structure as well as through this ground conductor is very high. Since it is a very high, even the small resistance will create a very high voltage between this point. Now, because your steps were at a distance, maybe half meter or quarter meter or maybe 1 meter, that is good enough to create a sufficient voltage to uh, give you a severe shock. Now let us understand the path of the current. The path of the current will be something like this. This path the current is flowing, and this is how it is to be grounded. So when we say grounding means it is like of a it is like a gradient of current flowing everywhere in the every direction of that point. So in this case the amount of current is very high, very high. So even the small resistance, again I am saying, even the small resistance will create a very high voltage. Since here also there is a resistance, this path also has a resistance, and these resistance are more or less similar. So there is a probability that almost half or something like that current will flow through this path. What will happen to you if that amount of current really flows through your body? Now, what is the solution to this? So now this potential, let me first tell you this potential difference. This potential is called the step potential. As a designer, particularly these things are applicable in high voltage substations. As a designer, you need to limit this step potential and touch potential. I'll come in this next slide. What is touch potential? Mm, so that no one get uh, get shocked even if they are in uh, standing spreading their legs just beside a ground. Now second thing is that since now you are an electrical engineer, you have understood this point. You will never ever stand beside a high structure where there is a possibility of lightning struck with your legs spread. Remember this. Always keep your leg as close as possible while standing to a for example transmission tower. Maybe one day we'll go there. This is a life saving tips. Remember this. So this potential is called your step potential. Now let us understand the current flow. The current flow is through like this RF, RX, and then again RX, RF, then R0. One path, and another path is R1, R2, R0, which is a normal path, and another path is through your bodies. So like this, I current is flowing like this RF, RX, and it will come back like this RF, RX, and then R0. One path, and another path, which is the normal path, is R1, R2, and R0. This R2, the potential difference between these two is the step potential. This is the R2, this is the potential difference between these two. So this potential difference is the R2. This potential is called the step potential. Now coming to this touch potential, same scenario, same case. You have just touched it because you know that it is grounded, it is not going to be shock you. That's what you know as far as the ground protection. But this case is different. Lightning strike and huge current flowing, so even the small resistance will create a very huge voltage difference. So normal flow is R1 R0 like this, R1 R0, but you are touching it, so that there is another path. This is RK RF. So this path is RK RF and then R0. So this path is RK RF and then R0. So there will be a potential in between these two. This is RK and RF. This potential is called touch potential. Just think what will happen to you if you touch something like this. As an electrical engineer, first thing, whenever you are going to site or whenever you are going to any substation, particularly HV substation, always wear safety shoe. That is mandatory. And never ever touch anything, whether it is live or not live. Never ever touch anything in your with your bare hand. If it is a 220 volt or 415 volt, you can touch it using tester. Or if it is a higher volt, then of course you must wear a gloves, safety gloves. So I think this video was informative to you, and if you want more videos like this on certain things you want to clear your doubts, then comment in the comment section about your doubts, and on what topic you want to create me the videos. I will create those videos.